what is the average package in terms of placement that college offers? So calm, sure people, and one is calm, chore people. There's a person right behind you or like side you is ready to take you over. Indian value system helps you grow policies around governments. New business users really impacting due to this goes around cost. So everyone's mind is let's fire like our workforce.
It has been in conversation now. Do degrees actually matter anymore?
I would not say that degree doesn't matter. My personal pick would be a like street smart person.
Hello everyone, I'm Tamanna Sharma. Welcome to the first episode of Inside the System. In today's conversation, we are going to deep dive where banking meets technology. We often hear that an MBA is the golden ticket to success. But does it hold the same value today? Major firms like Accenture and BNY face massive layoffs. And it's time to ask what really drives the financial world now. And for that, we have someone very special over here who has been in this journey for quite over 16 years now. The Vice President of Bank of New York here at Pune with expertise in business and finance. He has previously also worked in investment banking and holds an MBA in finance from Pune University. Welcome, Mr. Vardaan Sharma. How are you doing today?
Thank you, thank you. I'm doing quite well.
So back when you were in the classroom, it was 2009. Did you ever imagine that you will be leading world's biggest bank?
So interesting question actually. And when I really imagine myself sitting in my classroom in back like 2007 2008. So my answer would be no. I did not imagine to land up here doing business management for a technology function with that to like with a bank. So I always imagined myself to do something related to stock market. So I always wanted to see myself doing portfolio analysis, security analysis, sitting in a job with BSE or NSE, doing like great trading or stock market analysis sort of work. But the reality is something different. So I would say you always imagine where you land up, but it's always like the uncertainty will surprise you in every turn of your life. So that's what, but I really enjoy because even in fact, I didn't had a view that what technology or finance work will happen in a bank. So now I'm doing it, and it's like more than 16 years, as you said, and it's going quite well.
Back in 2009, when you were pursuing MBA, the world was going through a global crisis,
Yes.
financial crisis. Did that ever change your view about working in a bank, especially in the finance sector?
You always go that okay, what is the average package in terms of placement that college offers? So that's sort of a selecting criteria for us back in time. So it was good before we joined MBA, but when this crisis actually hit, it was around 2008 when I was in my second semester, and from third semester we are like about to start our placements, and that subprime crisis hit us so bad that but for me it was completely a different story. That's like a second phase of this answer, but first phase it was subprime crisis, and I cannot forget that period of mine because when we were doing research that okay, which MBA school we would really want to join. So like coming from a small town, we did not have that much of a view that okay, what syllabus or courses or what's best in the industry was not at all in a good situation to be in, because we came out from a small town with big hopes on our shoulder that okay, we'll do well. I got a job in Infosys. So for me, it was fortunate enough that I got a job in my first interview. I was hired by Infosys. But when I was in the orientation, like first day of my job, I saw people with different background, with different age. So When I say age, so people were fired definitely in that period because they lost their job in different sectors, pharmaceuticals, manufacturing. So people double my age is sitting just right next to me, doing ready to do the job, which I supposed to do as a fresher.
Now, since you have mentioned the firing culture, we see it pretty often in the newspapers about banking and IT companies and their firing culture. In your personal experience, is it as ruthless as it is shown, or is it something very different, or about how it actually happens, or why it happens so often?
Layoff and what we call it as a efficiencies in our own terms. It is really a difficult decision. So whosoever takes it, it's not an easy lever, and everything actually goes around cost. So when we say cost, the first thing comes to everyone's mind is do some layoff, or let's fire like our workforce. But in my opinion, that's a very easy lever people should think of when we say cost control. So, so there are like two aspects of seeing this layoff or firing. One, definitely a regular hygiene should be there. So when I say regular hygiene, definitely company has to do a like quality control every year, so that it will not accumulate at a point where they really need to have like major layoffs in place. And that's what actually like scares everyone, that we should not land at that situation where it really impact a lot of people. In my opinion, it has to be a regular hygiene when it comes to people, and that's what like most of the organization now started doing. Because whenever you say major layoff or hiring news, it actually create a wrong impact uh, as a brand value for the company. Because now we are living in a social and digital age, so whatever do you do, it actually reflects on your image by like what do I say, like Glassdoor reviews, Google reviews. There are different platforms where people really post their experiences. Mhm. And that's where actually it impact the real good talent to join you in future. So we have to be very cautious when we say firing or layoffs. It is painful, but it is at the same time it is important as well. It's necessary. Yes. Mm. It's like so to be efficient, definitely. So when we say layoff, so we do not only mean that okay, let's pick those 10 people and just remove those roles. No, that's not the case. So what we do first, we create value. So if you're saying these 10 roles are no longer required and you really want those 10 people to replace something, you have to find some opportunity, and we do find, we do run those programs where if other departments are hiring, then we try to place those people in those departments. Okay, now since you have mentioned about hiring with other departments as well, for right now, the students who are MBA aspirants right now, as a company, as an organization, or as an institution, would you pick up or hire someone who is topper, gold medalist, or like has so many certifications, or would you actually prefer a particular skill set? You would pick up anyone from the street who has a good intellect, because it has been in conversation now, do degrees actually matter anymore, or is it all about skill set? What do you say about that? So my personal pick would be a like street smart person. And having said that, I would not say that degree doesn't matter. Degree do matter, but degree is just like entry gate for you. Once you enter, it is all like your experience, how you perceive things, how you like really do you have the go-getter attitude? Are you a self-motivated person? So is more important over the grades and ranks you hold, in my opinion. And I tell you like 2 3 pointers why I would pick a street smart person. The first one is a survival instinct.
Okay.
Second would be they don't have any bureaucratic approach.
Hmm.
Third, they are not framed in rules or policies or process. So these 3 point actually differentiate street smart over a university top holder. So because and we need those people in our company, because when I hire like rank holder, he or she will always have a perception that okay, these are the HR department, these are the seniors, this is Ds, this is MDs, so we have to be careful, we have to be in our best behaviors. But compared to a street smart person,
Wouldn't care.
he wouldn't care. He will ask you on your like face that okay, what's your job here?
Right.
Be it like you are MD or a senior D or a VP, he doesn't care.
Right.
So that's the attitude we want to build, and we really want to invest. And as a company, in my personal opinion, it is really healthy, because when you introduce such kind of people in your team, so they create a behavior within your team to be competitive, and like you have to be always on your toes when it comes to technology learning, because there is a person right behind you or like side you who is ready to take you over
Better than you.
better than you.
Right.
So yeah, that would be my pick over these two.
Since you have mentioned previously that you come from a small town, so you grew up in Gwalior,
Yes.
you have studied in Delhi as well as Pune. What do you think it is like to lead in a global space? So, does the Indian working style take you to that international edge? How is that international space for us, and how much does it matter?
Okay. No, good question actually. So being an Indian, so the first thing we have been doing, or we are in our homes also, we keep on getting as a nurturing that first we have to deal with people, because I come from a joint family where like 15, 16 people are there. We have 6 or 7 siblings. So first thing we learned is sharing. Second thing, we have to deal with different persons with different temperaments. So that is second. Third, if we have to achieve something, we have to work as a team. So be it we have 6 or 7 siblings with different moods, with different age group, but when we really want our father or mother to do certain thing for us as a kids, we need to bond. We need to really form a group and work towards a goal. So definitely Indian value system helps you grow, because end of the day, wherever you go, you work in a global firm, you work for a university, you work for an education institute, you work for marketing, sales, wherever you go, you have to deal with people. And when you have to deal with people, being an Indian, you always have an edge over any foreign national, because we are really a social animal. Because
Right.
we really like much populated people, so we really deal with different mindset, different people, and we have that warmth, we have that adaptability to change. So and I give you an example. So there are two people. One, uh, I call it calm sure people, and one is calm chore people. Okay. So we have to be very careful choosing between these two. Okay. Because calm sure, they always create a noise whatever they do. Right. And there are calm chore people. Every team will have 1 2% of those calm chore people. So that's fine, because everyone has their own use in the life cycle. In food chain also there are like different animals, but everyone have their own values to contribute in a life cycle. With tensions between US, China, and even India has its financial policies changing every now and then. How much does geopolitics actually impact banking and the general people? Okay. No, it's a really a very serious question right now, and we all are in some form or shape facing direct or indirectly the consequences, and it actually have a serious implications. And what I foresee and fear most, the first foremost thing when it comes to geopolitics, so there are like new business deals which we may or may not get because of the policies around governments or like trade rules. So new business deals are really impacting due to this. Second is talent retention, because there are people you have when you work in a global firm. So we have Americas, APAC, EMEA region, people working all across from different nations. So when someone comes with a different rule system or like tariff system, so we have to. It become really difficult to retain those people where they are actually working. So we have to do some arrangements in our workforce. So that is second, and third would be, it actually started a proactive recession, honestly. So where promotions, your increments, your growth, your hiring, everything gets impacted. When I say and I touched based on the question you asked about layoffs, so that is also when I say regular hygiene. Right now in proactive recession that we are in, that's actually a healthy way of dealing such kind of uncertainty. So in proactive recessions, the routine hygiene in normal case would be 5%. In proactive, maybe it increases a little bit more, because firms are really skeptical in new growth hirings or like retaining the right talent what we have on board right now. So these three things in a granular level really impact the situation what we are facing globally. But as I earlier also mentioned, it's a cycle. So when it comes to recession, then it becomes recovery, then again boom. So it's a business life cycle. So nothing to worry. It's all timing, and on top of it, we are also like coping up with AI. So definitely things would fall in place soon, but I don't see any. So I don't foresee any worst outcome out of this. So everything definitely will fall in place. We have seen much bigger crisis than this. We will sail through with this also.
Okay. Okay, so we have last question for you. What is a mantra that you would, or words of wisdom from your side to the students who are looking forward to get an MBA, get into banking, work in the finance or investment, whatever? What would you tell them?
Okay. So I'll tell you, I'll not give you a kind of a very bookish gyan or something, but I'll tell you what I really believe. So this is my belief system. So whenever you find yourself in comfort zone,
Mm.
so that's where you have to start acting and move out, because when your comfort zone ends, your growth start.
Mm.
And in my experience also, if you see, I have not stayed in a firm more than 3 or 3.5 years. I always shift gears, and shifting gear is also important, because in driving a car, you cannot drive the car in second gear when it wants the third gear. So right time, right place. So for that, you always check within yourself, and that's the answer you can only give to yourself, that if you feel that you are in a comfort zone, but you need to start
Get
working.
out of it.
Yes. And second would be small daily changes. It really creates impact in a longer run. So just try to learn something or do anything extra, and it doesn't have to be a big bang. Small wins a day will always create a great story ahead. So yeah, that would be two of my self learning wisdom word.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma. It
Thank
was
you,
really
thank you.
great having
No,
you.
no, it
I'm
was
sure
really.
students now will have a much clearer picture on what to do
I
with their
hope I
career.
hope I tried my best, but definitely it was really a great interaction. So thank you.
to everyone aspiring to get into this field. I hope this helps you. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.